With a 25.6% H-1B selection rate for fiscal year 2025, more than 3 out of 4 students under OPT or OPT extension are facing termination of their work eligibility. Most students apply for OPT or extension during the summertime. Now, a lot of you are facing the OPT expiration situation. One way for OPT students to continue current employment is through Day 1 CPT. To use Day 1 CPT, the first step is to apply for a Day 1 CPT school and get admissions. The next crucial step you need to take is to do the SEVIS transfer from your previous school to the current university. Here is the 3-step rule I did myself to complete the SEVIS transfer process smoothly, and 2 tips I have for you at the end. So, what is a SEVIS transfer? Before applying for CPT work authorization at the new school, it's necessary to transfer your F1 SEVIS from the previous school to the new one. This process is officially known as the SEVIS transfer. A SEVIS transfer is actually really quick. A lot of people might think SEVIS transfer takes a long time. It's actually the opposite. It can be very fast if you have all the documentations and communications ready. So 2 things about the SEVIS transfer. 1, since you already have an active student SEVIS from the school that issues you the OPT, there is no need to pay the $350 SEVIS charge again. Once transferred to a Day 1 CPT universities, your SEVIS ID will remain active. 2, you can stay in the US while doing the transfer from OPT to CPT, meaning that you will be able to maintain your current student status without leaving the country and go for F1 stamping. Here, you can take a look at the DHS official explanation on SEVIS transfer. So to sum it up, the transfer out school approves your applications, set up a date in the SEVIS portal. The transfer in school then agree on the date and receive your SEVIS. After that, new school can process your I-20 and issue you CPT. Now we understand the fundamental of SEVIS transfer. Let's go into each individual steps. First step is the university applications. SEVIS transfer cannot be done without the support of both of the universities, the previous school and the new school. It will be processed by the transfer in school, the new school, only after you accepted the offer letter, complete enrollment, and sometimes pay the enrollment fee. Therefore, my tip is do not wait until the last couple of days to start applications, as the process of the application takes time. Plus, on a realistic side, your transfer out school DSO is probably swamped with all the applications from other students. So they might not be able to release your SEVIS record right away. If you need your SEVIS transfer completed by the next day or during the weekend, it's likely that it won't happen that quickly. If you are near the end of your OPT, the ideal time to start school application is 2 months before the OPT end date. And even though you have a 60-day OPT grace period after your OPT end to legally stay in the US, if your intention is to continue your current work with CPT, you should plan to have your SEVIS transfer slightly before your OPT end. Alright, so the next step, you will have to request your SEVIS I-20 transfer or release form from the international office of the previous university. This process will require these informations: offer of admission, new school's SEVIS code, SEVIS transfer and release date of your choice, and once you submitted the transfer out form, allow time for processing. You will receive a confirmation, usually an email from the transfer out school. It usually takes several business days for them to process the SEVIS transfer. Pay attention to your emails because they might reach out to you to adjust the date, for example, if it is requested to be done during the weekend or in holidays. Alright, step number 3. When your previous school released your SEVIS record, the new school's DSO will process the transfer in and generate your new I-20. You don't get the I-20 right away, since the DSO need time to make your I-20. But no need to be worried, your SEVIS record remain active the whole time with the new school, even without an I-20 created. On the approved SEVIS transfer date, the new school's DSO just have to log into their portal, spend a few minutes to to process SEVIS transfer and complete the transfer in a few clicks. Alright, this is all about the 3-step rule for SEVIS transfer from OPT to Day 1 CPT. Here is a little bit more to help you understand what's after the SEVIS transfer. So in fact, it's unlikely to take a 0 gap between OPT to CPT. Once transfer out your SEVIS, your OPT will end immediately. However, your new school will start processing your CPT once they receive your SEVIS information. Typically, the processing time for CPT I-20 is usually a couple business days or a week. Therefore, there might be a gap between OPT to CPT. Here are the 2 reasons of why it takes time to process your CPT applications. The DSO of the new school needs to carefully review your documents to ensure your qualifications for this CPT. For example, they will check whether your job duty aligns with your CPT education classes and course of study. They are being careful and taking some time for you because you don't want to raise suspicions later in your immigration petitions. The second point is having no gap between OPT and CPT raises red flags with USCIS officers. Finding a program beginning the very next day next to your OPT end date, it just doesn't seem possible. This may look like you chose the program just to get in and then continue working, instead of legitimate study. One thing to keep in mind, during the transitional period between OPT to CPT, you do not have legal authority to work in the US or get paid. So it is very common for students to take a few days or even a week of unpaid leave instead of a paid time off. Okay, here's everything you need to know about before, during, and after your SEVIS transfer. You're welcome to comment any questions or leave your personal experiences to share. If this video was helpful for you, please remember to like and subscribe to our channel. I post every week on topics surrounding OPT, H-1B, CPT, and a lot more that you care about. So stay tuned and I'll see you in the next video.